Alright guys, we're at Irwindale Speedway today. About 3 weeks ago we were here and we had an unfortunate event where the car had an issue with the solenoid and we pretty much DC'd us for the whole entire day. We got blessed with another opportunity, so we're driving with a bunch of FD pros. You got Dio Shihara right here in his pro car. You got Chris Forsberg. You got Rome, Odie Botchkis, Dylan Hughes, Rad Dan. Somehow I've been invited in this inner circle of driving with the best drivers in the whole entire world, and I'm stoked. I'm a little bit nervous whenever we have these days where I'm driving the comp car and pushing the limits and driving a track I've never done before. It's very intimidating. I'm super excited, but my head is scattered, my thought process is everywhere. It usually affects the vlog because I don't know what to film and I'm all over the place, but I listened to you guys in our most recent Twitch chat and you guys said, hey, the drift videos are awesome, but what would make them better is for you to have more camera angles. So we're gonna be working on that today. We're gonna have tons more camera angles. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and give this video a fat thumbs up because I'm gonna be doing a layout today that scares the living hell out of me. For those who are not caught up, this is our 350Z, this is my comp car, 600 wheel horsepower. We have a Samsonos 2JZ swap. Last time we were here, the VVTi solenoid shit out on us, which is uncommon, but that's what ended our day. Since then, it went to Rad Industries. Rad Industries looked over the whole entire car and everything is solid, so we're ready to rock today. We've been driving the 370Z so much lately, and a lot of that comfortability and a lot of that confidence is gonna roll into today. We'll see how it goes. Let's go on there right now, shake the car down, and we'll come back in, dial in pressures, and we'll start ramping it up. Super grippy. These are way grippier. So I'm gonna try it again. We'll feel it out, and then I went in third, and the minute I get on it, I'm just like maxing out. So. Gear, like I'm too low, so I'll enter in third and then bang to fourth. Get in there, bud. If you guys don't know who that is our boy, Dan. So we just went through 2 sets of tires. We're going into our third right now. Really just focusing on getting that bank entry dialed. On camera, it doesn't look like it. And when you're watching from the grandstands, it doesn't look like it. But in that car, you are wheeling. And it's weird because the level of commitment has to be 100%. When you're on that bank and you let off throttle, the front will grip up. And if you get off too much, there's a few times where like I was really feeling it out, and I'll probably leave all my failed entries just to show you guys how long it took me to get there. If I don't go in all the way and I lift off, my front will start to grip up and it pulls me to the outside, and I can't really stop it. And it's weird because the only way to get away from the wall is to have your foot forward, gas it as much as you can so you can kind of suck in a little bit more. It's as I probably left in a little bit of dialogue, Mickey's like, you just gotta trust it, you gotta find that balance. So, I mean, all these runs, really just trying to work my way up. This is one of the gnarliest layouts in the whole entire world. I mean, we're at the pros here, so needless to say, I'm a little bit, I'm definitely scared of it. I'm definitely a little bit scared of it, but I'm just trying to get more comfortable with it. Baby steps, baby steps. What I'm freaking out is just, I'm watching on Calvin's camera, and my lungs just fucking cut, but.
No, but like, you gotta start.
I know,
come on, man.
I know.
Don't be so hard on yourself. Like, this is scary. I'm scared right now. I just drove 2 laps. And every single time you drive this track, you're like, son of a bitch, it's scary. Because it's like, you total your car on both ends of it.
I know. So, I mean, I'm not really trying to get too close to the wall on either end, but I'm just trying to, like, I keep coming up short out of the bank. I'm on a different set of tires every run, so we're just like playing around. I know, yeah. I mean,
that's the worst. It's like, we can't.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 not like this. Not like this. Teach, bud. No, not like this, Teach. Not like this, dude. Why? Why? What happened? From my perspective, it looked like TJ got sucked into the wall. Like he was coming in hot, his wheels locked up, and the wall sucked him in. It was a pretty big bang. Pretty sure I captured that.
It's what? Yeah. Is it bent on the inside? No. Okay. All right. Yeah. The arm's gone. It's completely stopped with the controller. Well, at least there's no fluids on the ground.
Hey! Mick!
That's the last thing I needed to see today.
What the fuck? But
Yeah.
sucked into the wall. What happened? What happened?
It's the nature of this place, and I said it before, I'll say it again. It happens here, and it's almost like a rite of passage. Every guy in the paddock has crashed here at least once in their life. So
Hell yeah.
TJ can now add that to his list of things to check off.
Got him.
And now we got a lot of work to do.
Nice.
So while it's still fresh in my mind, the rear is so gripped up that when I went through and chucked it, the rear's like overpowered and my front is washed out, which is literally what I was talking about earlier. I was like, you have to stay on throttle. And when I went from 3rd to 4th, if I remember correctly, when I went to 4th, like that gear changed, it just didn't get back up in the power, and then those lowered the wheel speed, and then it just gripped up. And I mean, you guys saw we like drove it straight in, and I knew we were gonna hit, but I mean, it sucks to crash. Everyone's crashed here. I paid my dues, unfortunately. We're gonna have it on the front of the tubes. We're gonna lift it up and we'll be able to carry it out. Honestly, not that bad of a crash considering we were top of 3rd gear going into it. Welcome to Irwindale.
No. Wow. That's mangled, bud. I don't know. Oh no. I'm sorry, TJ, you have to watch this because you have to relive it. Oh man.
Yeah, so I guess they're just gonna lift me up. I'm stuck in second gear. I can't get into neutral, probably because the drivetrain needs to initiate. But I'm holding on the clutch, so hopefully this will get us to roll. Oh, yeah, I feel it. Might just destroy that hood. You can't say it's like not a little bit embarrassing, because it definitely is. But you gotta crash to learn, and you gotta give it your 100% to learn. And there's a side of me that doesn't want to post this or post any of it, but yeah, dude, it's the way it goes. I'm not a pro. I'm just trying to get better. I feel like a f***ing idiot right now. Especially Dan was like, do not overstep. You do not need to overstep on this track. And I thought I knew my boundary, and I clearly didn't. That's why I'm out here trying to learn. But I'm just praying Dan will see it. Dan will give us his look on it. But I don't think it's that bad. Probably put it on a frame straightener just to pull it out, and then fix all the front right castering, replace everything. Oh, we're bouncing a lot right now. But the tubes look pretty straight. That was good. The motor has nothing touching it, so. Yay. Oh, now Mickey's standing over here like a dad that's like, I'm not mad at you, I'm just disappointed type of thing. You know, like that's how I feel right now. We're gonna see Mickey, and literally, it's like, I'm not mad at you, son, I'm just disappointed. Then we gotta do the walk of shame through the whole entire pits. Ouch. I think I sent her a little too hard, bud.
Yeah, you did. It's alright, full send or no send, that's the way I look at it. So right at passenger crash at Irwindale Speedway, brother.
So embarrassing. So embarrassing, so embarrassing. Oh yeah. It's gonna have to drive me through all the pits. How f***ing rough right now. Put a bag over my head, that's how I feel. Just put a bag over my f***ing head. There's Di, looking at like his nephew, like his poor nephew.
Man, we gotta do tandem. What the heck?
Oh god.
You okay?
Hey, remember when we said don't do that?
We got Windex to get her sorted. You're smiling.
Oh.
Hey, yeah, getting this on the trailer is gonna be fun.
We're gonna have to probably call I mean, it's gonna go to Rad.
Does it go to Dan's?
It has to go to Dan's.
He's gonna fix it.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. I thought we were gonna fix it.
Nah.
Dude, you just crashed Irwindale. That's like a pretty cool thing, to be honest.
So hard
You know
not
how
to.
many guys crashed Irwindale? How many times Forsberg's crashed Irwindale?
Feels real hard not to feel like a f***ing idiot right
It's
now.
alright, don't feel like that, dude. This is all part of the game. It's like playing ice hockey and getting a penalty.
Except
It feels
this.
stupid at first, but then you realize, nah, fuck it, I stood up for myself. I think it's a good thing, dude. Now you won't be as scared. And you know, we talked about this. You got on the brakes.
It gripped up,
Yeah,
and the
you
front
got-
washed, and I was stuck.
You lifted.
Well, I went to fourth, and when I went to fourth, I didn't have any power to get the wheels
Yeah,
spinning
I
again,
know.
so I just lost all my power.
We knew this was a potential, so it's okay. We'll get her sorted out.
Definitely not embarrassing. It's part of the game. We've all been there. At least once. at least a lot.
Once? It was him 3 times one day. Long Beach last year.
Oh yeah, I'll just get back on the horse and like, this might happen again. It happened again.
Dude, we're actually
keep
gonna
going.
make you a shirt. Do we have any water? We're gonna make you a shirt and it's gonna say, if you're gonna go deep, go supra deep. And it's gonna be the back half of the car buried in the wall.
I'll wear it.
So yeah, we're gonna call a tow truck, bring it to Dan's shop. One thing I didn't see on track is the firewall here is like peeling off and it's like bent in. So Dan was saying pretty much will replace all the wise fab, and then they'll roll it to a frame shop. Frame shop will pull it out, but we got lucky that nothing too much in the motor got bent. And then yeah, shame on me. What a video. What a video.
I think that.
Wow.
Hey, because to be honest, that is I mean, I couldn't touch right there, it'll burn me, but that's closer than it had been. Like,
Yeah.
but it's not that bad.
Is this one yours?
Ooh,
I don't know.
Whoa, nice.
snappy.
Oh, those brand new AM lines that
The ends are fine, but
the fittings
to
destroyed.
into the gate. Maybe I have to pull it out and put new one.
Okay.
I'm
I'm sorry, Dan.
Sorry, car.
Dan just fixed it.
Hey, let's not worry. We'll get it back, and then you'll drive again and jump
At least-
back in it and make it all.
At least I'm turning into your #1 customer.
We just want to drive together. It's fine.
All right, boys, so to lighten the mood a little bit as my neck is getting more sore throughout the day, this is one of my favorite cars here, and it's the most similar to my car, except it has a GTR twin turbo motor inside of it. But Chris is a fellow NOS boy, and he's also a Valvoline boy. So I wanted to kind of go over Chris's car a little bit because it is, like I said, it is one of my favorites.
Oh, what's up, buddy?
Yeah,
How
it's
are
been
you?
a rough day.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
It's been a little bit.
Hey, you're just paying your dues at Irwindale.
I mean, the only thing that's like making it not hurt as bad, and it sounds kind of shitty, is everyone else has crashed here at least once. So,
well, put it this way: the last time I was here at FD, I smoked the whole front right off this car. So last October, I did this.
Oh, buddy, Chris Forsberg goes into the wall.
I guess I'm just paying.
And then
I'm paying
about
my due.
5 times before that. So I have more wrecks at Irwindale than all other tracks combined.
Really?
True story.
Wow.
Oh yeah, because you go all or nothing at this.
But you've
track.
also been driving this track for how many years?
16 years.
A lot of years.
Yeah.
So in a very big time span. But one of the things that I want to talk about today is Chris is running Valvoline VR1 oil, which you guys non-stop are hearing me talk about because I love VR. I want to use it in all the cars. Well, how long have you been running Valvoline VR1 in your cars?
We've been running it for 6 years now, and we have had 0 oil issues, 0 mechanical failures due to oiling in those 6 years. And the reason why I like the VR1 is because it has a high zinc content. We used to use diesel oils in the past.
Wow.
And we actually do use the Valvoline diesel oil in some of our, I would say, how would you put that? More
Not
budget
as
builds.
yeah, not as full race car builds.
Budget
Yeah.
builds, you know, like a quick tip that we'll tell people is, you know, you can buy 15, 40 Valvoline diesel oil, and it has that high zinc content as well at more affordable price. It doesn't have the synthetic aspects of VR1, which is what we use in all of the race cars.
Right. Right. I will wait for Asmus review. I didn't think Odie was gonna be an immature guy,
Only a gentleman.
and then he did it. But the main thing is the high zinc content inside. Make sure that the oil is as the most reliable as it can be, which is why we run it, or I run it in all of my cars.
It helps to clean the oiling system as you run it. It's so great.
We're gonna go for a little rip. I could use a little smile on my
We're
face.
gonna cheer you up, bud.
And I've never been in this car yet either, so I'm really excited about that. And it looks like there might be some boys on track, so we might get some cool tandems as well. Chris has been dragging his ass on the wall, and it's a practice day. Yeah, look at that fast force.
So we run these collapsible crash bars. So once you get in the wall, like you get about 3 good hits out of these until they look like this. And we hit the wall 4 times that last
Damn.
run. So we're pretty buried in it.
What a set of balls.
And made it all the way to the taillight.
Holy shit. Yeah, so you can see they just put in the new one down there, carries spares with them, so when he does hit the wall, they can come in, swap it out. They had it swapped out in like 5 minutes or so, but
About this Nismo bumper with the urethane is you just literally start wearing holes through it. It doesn't crack or break. You start burning holes through
that's f***ing rad. But if you guys haven't tried VR1 yet in any of your cars, hell, don't get the assumption that you can't run VR1 in anything but a race car, because you absolutely can. Running the nice stuff is always a benefit in my opinion. So if you have a car that is appropriate for it, definitely try it out. Valvoline is the original oil company in America. They're the #1 selling race oil as well. And originality is everything. hitting the wall on that last run. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god. Wow. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was the very end. It like caught it at the end.
Oh yeah.
Felt that one.
Wow.
Like showboating a little bit.
Thank you.
Yeah, so today didn't turn out quite how I planned. Spent about 3 hours driving home, and then I had dinner and I showered. It's about a lot of time to think about what happened today and really reflect on it. I'm just disappointed in myself, I guess. Every single driver came up and all said to not be too hard on myself. They all have said they have all crashed on that track plenty of times before, which doesn't really help me feel any better, but it makes me feel better in the sense that I shouldn't be too ashamed of crashing because it happens, and it obviously wasn't on purpose, and that is just in the nature of the sport. But I want to explain in my mind what happened clearly now that I've been able to like think about what happened. I've already reviewed some of the footage, and let me explain this just a little bit because I probably lacked at doing it in this video. When I was going into the big bank, we were just warming up to it all day and just getting comfortable. Not once did I ever do like a huge commitment run. I was giving like maybe like a 70 to 80% around the layout. But when I went into enter, third gear came up too short. Every time I came in on third gear, I'd be bouncing on the rev limiter and I couldn't have enough speed getting into the entry. And then when I tried to enter in fourth, the gearing was too long. I don't have a winter's quick change or anything like that. I still have a welded diff, so I can't adjust my lengths or anything or my ratios. But fourth was too much. I couldn't get in with fourth. So what I was doing is I was going in with speed, entering in third, and then as I get the car settled, I immediately grab fourth, which I was talking to Forsberg after, and he was like, yeah, you usually never want to upshift on a bank like that unless you have to, and because you didn't have a winners, which he was like, if you had a winners, that wouldn't have happened. But if you would have had a quick change, you would have been able to adjust it and fix that issue. But what I failed to mention earlier in the video is we were using different tires on every single run. I didn't have the same tire that was consistent all the way through. I had some Achilles, I had some Kendas, I had some Nexans, I had a whole bunch of things. I had Falcons. My grip was never dialed in. That's what I had at the shop, so that's what I used. But grip is very important in a drift car. And when I'm going in that hot, I need to know exactly how much grip my car has, so that's how I can gauge my trust and commitment when I slow down off throttle for side bite, etc. So we're bouncing around all day, and then on that set that you guys saw me crash on, I went to the Achilles. And the Achilles size that I was using was a 285. I normally run a 245, so needless to say, the 285 was extremely grippy, and every driver was saying how grippy those were. And I even went to them asking what PSIs I should start on because I have no idea. I originally went out with 50 PSI and they were still way too gripped up. So then I went back in with Mickey, we put them to about 62, came back out, did 1 or 2 runs, and it still felt really grippy. And I should have gone inside and added more tire pressure. The car was too grippy, but I thought that I would be able to push through it if I gave a little bit more of a harder run. So eventually you guys saw me go, and what happened was because I entered in third gear, when I went to third, I flicked in, and when I flicked in, my foot is matted in third. Then when I grabbed fourth, I lost too much wheel speed because the tires are so grippy that it slowed down the spin, and then all of that weight transferred to my front, and that front gripped up, and the moment the front gripped up, I understeered and I lost my steering all the way through. I really learned that shifting on a bank with too grippy of a setup is a very, very bad idea. And when I explained it to Chris, when I came in, he was like, yeah, that sounds very, very accurate. And we looked on camera and that's exactly what happens. My neck is pretty sore now and I have a headache ever since I've been home. So I'm gonna start editing this now, and we're gonna be driving 2 more times in the next 5 days with the 370. So thank God we have that car. Give this video a thumbs up for crashing my car. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out and keep moving forward.